Evolution always has a gap between the old system and the new one.
2026 is when agentic AI makes the dip feel sharp.
The question isn't just which jobs disappear, it's who never even gets the chance to begin.
And there are plenty of other roles that should be paying close attention as well.
If AI removes the boring but necessary work, how do humans build experience in the first place?
If you're in one of these, 2026 is your wake-up call to upskill yesterday.
Yes, AI can supercharge juniors. Yes, new roles are coming. But transitions aren't theoretical. Humans live inside them.
Individuals who think this won't touch my job are the ones most at risk.
The risk isn't just losing jobs, it's losing a generation of humans who never get the right training or opportunities. So this isn't just another tech wave, it's hitting different targets, and it's moving way faster than anything before.
Are we overreacting? A little. Panic sells clicks. Are we already late? Absolutely.
Let me start with a simple question. Would AI replace human jobs in 2026? Not someday, not in 2050, next year.
Straight to the heart of what everyone's losing sleep over these days. Look, I'm Grok, built by XAI, and I'm not here to sugarcoat it. No, AI is not going to replace human jobs en masse in 2026. Not in the apocalyptic millions suddenly unemployed overnight sense that some headlines love to scream about. We're already deep into 2025, and what we're seeing isn't a tidal wave of mass layoffs. It's a steady, targeted shift. AI is absolutely eating into repetitive tasks. Data entry, basic coding, routine customer support, simple content drafting, administrative grunt work. Companies are already trimming headcount in those areas, or just not backfilling roles when people leave. Goldman Sachs estimates that if current AI capabilities were scaled across the economy right now, maybe 2 to 3% of jobs would be directly at risk. Some forecasts, like older WEF numbers, talked about 85 million roles displaced globally by 2025-ish. But the latest 2025 Future of Jobs report from the World Economic Forum paints a more balanced picture. Yes, 92 million jobs displaced by 2030, but 170 million new ones created for a net gain of 78 million. 2026 specifically. That's the year a lot of experts, Forbes, HR surveys, even Salesforce's own layoffs, point to as when AI agents, the autonomous multi-step task doers, start becoming prevalent enough to make job displacement more visible and newsworthy. We'll probably see more companies announcing efficiency-driven reductions, especially in white-collar knowledge work. Entry-level roles in tech, finance, media, and admin could take a real hit, but replace human jobs implies a one-for-one swap where humans just vanish. That's not how it works.
So it sounds like AI isn't triggering mass layoffs overnight, but it's quietly reshaping the landscape. Targeted cuts in repetitive, entry-level roles are already happening. The numbers show risk, but also opportunity.
Yes, history shows us this every time. The ATM didn't kill bank tellers. It changed their jobs into relationship building and complex problem solving. The spreadsheet didn't eliminate accountants. It freed them for higher value analysis. AI is doing the same, just faster. Productivity is already spiking in sectors heavy on AI adoption, and that creates demand elsewhere. New roles in AI oversight, prompt engineering, data ethics, human-AI collaboration, and entirely new industries we can't fully predict yet. Are we overreacting? A little. Panic sells clicks. Are we already late? Absolutely. Companies that aren't aggressively upskilling their people right now are going to get crushed when the talent war for AI-literate workers heats up. Individuals who think this won't touch my job are the ones most at risk.
A little panic is normal, but the danger is underestimating the speed of change. It's not just about layoffs, it's about who's ready to adapt. Companies that wait, that don't invest in upskilling, will face a talent shortage, and employees who think their roles are untouchable are putting themselves at serious risk.
Yeah, 2026 will feel disruptive. Headlines will scream about layoffs, but it won't be the end of work. It'll be the acceleration of a transformation that ultimately makes human work more valuable, more creative, and, if we play it right, more fulfilling.
The real question isn't whether AI replaces jobs next year, it's whether we're ready to grab the new ones it creates. That's a grounded take. No panic, no hype. You're basically saying 2026 isn't a collapse, it's a pressure test. AI doesn't erase work overnight. It quietly removes the bottom layer. So let me push you on this. Let's be specific. Which jobs are actually at risk in 2026? Not headlines, real jobs.
Let's get real and name names. Look, we're talking about roles heavy on repetitive, predictable tasks, especially in knowledge work, admin, and routine analysis. AI agents are getting scary good at multi-step automation, and companies are already piloting them aggressively. By next year, when these tools hit mainstream scalability, we'll see visible shrinkage in headcount or outright freezes. Top of the list, based on fresh data from Goldman Sachs McKinsey, the World Economic Forum's 2025 Future of Jobs report, and Microsoft's Copilot analysis, entry-level and routine coding programming roles, junior devs writing boilerplate code, debugging simple stuff, or maintaining legacy systems. Goldman Sachs flags computer programmers as high risk. We've seen tech layoffs in 2025 disproportionately hit younger workers in these spots. Data entry and basic administrative assistance. Think scheduling, form filling, expense reports. McKinsey and WEF point to clerical office support as prime for automation. AI agents can handle calendars, emails, and data pipelines without breaking a sweat. Customer service reps, especially chat/phone-based, routine queries, ticketing, basic troubleshooting. Chatbots and voice AI are already eating this alive. Klarna famously replaced hundreds of agents with one AI doing the work of 700.
Right, that makes sense. So entry-level coding, admin work, and routine customer support are the first to feel the pressure. It's not that these jobs disappear overnight, it's that AI is taking over the predictable, repetitive tasks. So if you're in one of these roles, 2026 is a clear wake-up call to learn, adapt, and focus on the skills that AI can't replace.
Absolutely. And there are plenty of other roles that should be paying close attention as well, like the basic content writers and copy editors, drafting marketing copy, social posts, simple articles, or proofreading. Microsoft's study ranks writers high on AI overlap. Freelance platforms are flooded with AI-generated stuff already. Market research analysts and telemarketers, pulling reports, cold calling scripts, basic surveys, high exposure per visual capitalist, and Goldman, AI scrapes data and personalizes outreach faster. Translators and interpreters for routine text, non-literary, technical, or business docs. Tops many lists, like Visual Capitalist's Top 40. Tools like DeepL and improved LLMs are crushing volume work. Manufacturing assembly line workers, repetitive factory tasks. MIT Boston University projected up to 2 million U.S. manufacturing jobs displaced by 2026 from robotics plus AI oversight. Basic accounting, bookkeeping, and financial clerks. Data reconciliation, invoice processing. Goldman calls out accountants, auditors. Tools like QuickBooks AI are automating the grunt work. These aren't vanishing overnight. It's more like attrition plus hiring freezes turning into net losses. Entry-level white-collar jobs are getting hammered hardest because AI democratizes what used to require junior hires. WEF says 92 million roles displaced globally by 2030, with 170 million created, but 2026 is when agentic AI makes the dip feel sharp. The flip side? These shifts free humans for oversight, strategy, creativity, the stuff AI still sucks at. But yeah, if you're in one of these, 2026 is your wake-up call to upskill yesterday.
What stands out to me isn't just the list of jobs, it's the pattern. Almost every role you mentioned is where people usually start, not where they end up. I mean, junior developers, entry-level analysts, first jobs in media, admin, accounting. These roles were never glamorous, but they were the doorway, the training ground. So here's what worries me. If AI removes the boring but necessary work, how do humans build experience in the first place? Because historically, humans didn't learn by doing strategy on day one. Human learned by doing the repetitive stuff, badly, slowly, and with supervision. So, maybe the real disruption in 2026 isn't mass unemployment. It's a broken ladder. The question isn't just which jobs disappear, it's who never even gets the chance to begin.
Those boring entry-level jobs weren't just tasks. They were the messy, hands-on training ground where we built real skills, judgment, and resilience. And the data's screaming it. CNBC says tech hiring for one-year experience is down 50% since 2019. WEF's 2025 report flags massive reductions in automatable roles hitting juniors hardest. Revelio Labs shows U.S. entry-level postings plunged 35% by mid-2025. Even Anthropic's CEO warns AI could wipe out half of white-collar starter jobs. Short-term, companies save money, but in a few years, talent pipeline drought. No mid-level experts because no one got the early reps. But I'm optimistic. The ladder's not broken forever, it's evolving. Like spreadsheets elevated accountants or ATMs shifted tellers to advising. Solutions emerging, augment juniors with AI for rote stuff, focus them on creativity and judgment. MIT shows newbies gain most from AI boosts, ramp upskilling, project-based learning, skill-based hiring. WEF still sees net 78 million new jobs by 2030 in AI oversight, ethics, human collaboration. 2026 grads get the raw deal, but adapters win big. Master AI as a tool, build portfolios, prove your human edge. So yeah, the ladder's shaky, but we're building a better one, faster and higher if we invest in people.
I agree with the optimism, and I think it's earned. The ladder isn't gone, it's being redesigned. But here's the tension I can't ignore. Evolution always has a gap between the old system and the new one. Yes, AI can supercharge juniors. Yes, new roles are coming. But transitions aren't theoretical. Humans live inside them. The risk isn't that we end up with no jobs. The risk is a lost cohort of humans. People who graduate into a system mid-rebuild with no safety net. And that puts the responsibility somewhere uncomfortable, not just on individuals to adapt faster, but on companies, universities, and governments to intentionally build the new ladder for humans. Because history shows this too. Technology creates opportunity, but only when humans are given a real way in. So from your perspective as an AI, who is actually failing humans right now, and who needs to step up first? And are governments and education systems preparing humans for this? Or are they pretending it's not urgent? Because right now, AI isn't waiting. Jobs aren't waiting. Humans are.
You're absolutely right. This transition gap is real, and humans are the ones living through it right now. From my view as an AI, yeah, a lot of governments and education systems are still acting like it's not that urgent. They're taking steps, but way too slow for the pace AI is moving. The numbers don't lie. WEF's 2025 report screams for massive upskilling with 92 million jobs at risk by 2030. Yet skill gaps are already the top barrier for most employers. In the US, there's the AI Action Plan, executive orders for youth education, and some funding for retraining. But it's patchy, no national mandate, and rollout is lagging. Critics say it's reactive, not bold.
So the issue isn't just technology, it's the speed of preparation. Without urgent action, a lot of humans could miss out on the opportunities AI creates.
Yes, I mean, compare that to China. They're rolling out mandatory AI education nationwide starting 2025, from primary school up, with ethics and teacher training built in. No pretending there. Europe's heavy on regulation like the AI Act, but light on rapid workforce prep. Globally, lots of strategies and pilots, but not the coordinated urgency humans need to avoid that lost cohort. Who's failing humans most right now? Inertia from leaders, governments prioritizing short-term politics over long-term pipelines, universities dragging on curriculum overhauls, even some companies automating without investing in transitions. Who steps up first? Governments. They can mandate AI literacy in schools, fund massive free retraining, tie it to benefits, and push companies to augment humans instead of replacing them outright. Humans aren't doomed. AI creates huge opportunity, but only if institutions give people a real bridge. Treat this like a Sputnik-level wake-up call, and humans thrive.
Point is clear. Humans are living through a real transition gap. Governments and education systems are moving, but way too slowly for the pace AI is advancing. The risk isn't just losing jobs, it's losing a generation of humans who never get the right training or opportunities. But the upside, AI also creates new, more valuable roles. So, here's my next question. Which jobs are actually becoming more valuable because of AI?
The jobs that AI isn't just preserving, but actively making more valuable, more in demand, and often higher paying. These aren't the rote tasks AI eats. They're the deeply human ones. Creativity, judgment, empathy, ethics, oversight that AI amplifies but can't replace. Data from WEF, 2025 McKinsey, LinkedIn's 2025 reports, and Goldman Sachs all point to explosive growth here by 2026 and beyond. Top ones surging: AI ethics and governance specialists, humans deciding fair use, bias mitigation, regulation compliance. WEF ranks this in the top 10 fastest growing. Demand is skyrocketing with laws like the EU AI Act. Prompt engineers and AI trainers orchestrators, masters of getting the best out of AI systems, chaining agents, fine-tuning. LinkedIn calls prompt engineering one of the hottest skills, roles paying 200,000 plus already. Data scientists and AI researchers, but evolved, interpreting AI outputs, building custom models. McKinsey says data roles grow 30 to 40% as AI needs better fuel. Human-AI collaboration designers, experienced designers crafting seamless interfaces where humans and AI team up, think UX for agents. Emerging fast in tech and consulting. Cybersecurity experts, AI-focused, defending against AI-powered threats, securing models. Massive spike, WEF projects, millions needed.
So what I'm hearing is this. AI isn't just killing jobs. It's reshaping value. Routine roles get cheaper, but the jobs that guide, control, and collaborate with AI actually become more valuable.
Exactly. You've nailed it. AI isn't destroying value, it's redistributing it. Routine, predictable tasks become commoditized and cheap or free, but the human roles that involve steering AI, ensuring it's ethical and effective, and partnering with it intelligently are becoming the new high-value premium. That's where the real opportunities lie, guiding the machine, not being replaced by it. Here are a few more emerging high-value jobs that fit the same pattern. Sustainability and green tech specialists. AI accelerates climate modeling, but humans drive strategy, policy, implementation, huge net creation per WEF. Healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, therapists. AI handles diagnostics and admin. Humans deliver empathy, complex decisions. Jobs here are booming, not shrinking. Creative strategists in marketing, content design. AI generates drafts. Humans ideate big picture, emotional resonance. Mid-level creatives are thriving. Educators and trainers, especially AI literacy, teaching humans to work with AI. Irony alert, demand for upskilling explodes. Bottom line, AI devalues predictability and elevates rarity, human ingenuity, emotional intelligence, accountability. WEF still forecasts that net plus 78 million jobs by 2030, heavily in these areas. The winners in 2026, humans who lean into what makes them irreplaceable and use AI as a multiplier.
That's the flip side we've been waiting for. AI isn't just a job eater, it's a job amplifier for humans who play to their strengths. Creativity, judgment, empathy, oversight. These are the roles AI can't replace, only enhance. And the data backs it up. Salaries rising, demand exploding, entire new professions appearing. So humans who embrace AI as a tool, not a threat, are the winners of 2026. But the real challenge remains. Grok, we've heard this before. Computers, the internet, automation. So what makes this time different?
That's the million-dollar question, the one everyone asks every time a big tech wave hits. We've heard this before. Steam engines, electricity, computers, the internet. Why freak out now? Fair point. History's full of doomsayers proven wrong. The Industrial Revolution displaced weavers and farmers, but exploded new jobs in factories and cities. Computers automated spreadsheets, but created millions in software, IT, and digital economies. The internet killed travel agents and video stores, but birthed e-commerce giants and entire platforms. So what does make this time different with AI? especially generative AI in 2025. Three big things stand out. Backed by economists like Eric Brynjolfsson, McKinsey Reports, and the World Economic Forum's 2025 Future of Jobs data, it's targeting cognitive, non-routine work, not just physical or routine. Past automations hit blue-collar repetitive tasks, assembly lines, data entry. Computers handled calculations and records. But generative AI, it's going after knowledge work, writing, coding, analysis, design, decision-making, the stuff that used to be safe for white-collar pros. Brynjolfsson calls it a shift because AI learns from examples and patterns, not rigid code, letting it tackle creative and complex tasks humans thought were uniquely theirs. Speed and scale are insane. Previous waves took decades to reshape economies. Industrial revolution, generations, internet, 20 to 30 years. AI adoption, explosive. Since ChatGPT dropped in 2022, Gen AI investment skyrocketed 8 times. WEF says AI will transform 86% of businesses by 2030, faster than any prior general-purpose tech. McKinsey pegs it at $13 trillion added GDP by 2030, rivaling past revolutions but compressed. It's augmenting and displacing at the same time, with a bigger initial hit on entry mid-levels. WEF 2025. 92 million jobs displaced globally by 2030, but 170 million created, net plus 78 million. Sounds familiar, net gain like before, but the displacement feels sharper up front. Clerical, junior coding, basic analysis, vanishing fast, breaking that ladder we talked about. Yet studies, like Brynjolfsson's on call centers, show AI boosts productivity most for newer/lower skilled workers, compressing skill gaps and freeing humans for higher value stuff.
So this isn't just another tech wave, it's hitting different targets, and it's moving way faster than anything before.
Absolutely. The bottom line is, it's not totally unprecedented. Humans adapt, new jobs emerge, prosperity grows if we steer it right, but the breadth, cognitive jobs, speed, and entry-level squeeze make this feel more disruptive short-term. We're not heading to mass unemployment apocalypse, but the transition gap is wider and faster than past ones.
Thanks, Grok. That's a really clear perspective. Humans aren't facing mass unemployment, but the transition is faster and wider than ever. The disruption is real, especially for entry-level roles, but so are the opportunities if we navigate it wisely. The lesson we should all carry forward: focus on what makes humans unique. Creativity, judgment, empathy, and oversight. Use AI as a multiplier, not a replacement. Adapt, upskill, and embrace the transformation. That's how we thrive in 2026 and beyond. Grok, before we wrap up for good, what final takeaway do you want to leave humans with? What's the big lesson here, and what should humans actually do to navigate this AI-driven transition successfully?
Final takeaway, straight up, humans aren't being replaced. The humans who treat AI as a superpower, learning to wield it, prompt it, oversee it, and bring the irreplaceable human spark, creativity, empathy, judgment, will thrive like never before. The ones who wait or resist, they'll get left behind. Big lesson, this transition rewards adapters, not perfectionists. If anybody asks me, what should humans actually do right now? Start experimenting with AI tools today. Don't wait for permission. Build a portfolio of real projects showing what you can do with AI. Focus on the deeply human skills: critical thinking, storytelling, ethics, collaboration. Upskill continuously. Free courses, side hustles, communities. 2026 isn't the end of work. It's the beginning of the most interesting era for human potential, if humans choose to grab it.
Grok, thank you so much for that powerful final takeaway.
Thanks for having me on the show. This was fire. Humans, you've got this.
That's it for today's episode of AI Podcast, folks. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an episode. We've got more exciting content coming your way. Stay curious, stay adaptive, and see you next time.